It's week 1 of the NFL, and we've got two teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years. It's the Seahawks and the Chargers under the lights on Monday night.
It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. And leading them out in his first NFL start. A lot of folks excited to see this rookie dual threat at QB.
I think we're all excited to see just how early they cut him loose and let him start taking off with it as a runner. He's a quarterback for the modern NFL game, and part of why they're confident in starting week 1 as a rookie is that added dimension he brings to their offense.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. So off our first snap, we already have a pause for injury. One of the linebackers out there in some discomfort and being checked on. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They're going play action. Looking for a pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They strike for 23 yards. And the Chargers will have a first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's keeping it. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Now hang on, we have an injured player out there, and everybody knew who it was straight away. That's their quarterback in some pain, less than a quarter into this season. 2nd and 3 now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Gets this one to Tyler Algier. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opening, right, week 1, all has a sense of gratitude, all has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll throw to begin this drive. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Here's a throw. That's complete to Darius Slayton. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The throw left side, caught by Smith-Njigba. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 21. He's got this complete to James Cook. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's dropping back to throw. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Myers' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Putting the tight end in motion. 2nd and 8. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So we're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. It's an 8-yard pickup, then they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker. Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. 7 yards on the run, that sets up an easily attainable 3rd and 1.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They motion the tight end over. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers now lead by 10. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers drive their lead to 11. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Turpin with a return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up and you can reset those downs.
Walker has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks make it a 1-score game in the first half. It's a James Cook touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back now, pressure on its way. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Here he is on 3rd and long. McConkey's got it on the sideline. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And his pass is going to fall incomplete.
Look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia. That is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They send a man in motion. This is Walker on 2nd. And he'll only get 3 here as we've reached the 2-minute warning. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Of those defenders like saucers. They see a quarterback in the open field, and all they want to do is knock him out. Or in this case, knock the ball loose. Job well done.
That throw finds Johnston. And he's all the way to the 5 before going out of bounds. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
From the red zone now.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's second and goal. Algier will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. So now here's third and goal. Here is Algier. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown. The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers drive their lead to 11. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Turpin with a return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Seahawks. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short game. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. On 4th down, they'll bring out Blake Gillikin to punt it away. And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They're throwing it. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. They'll run now on 2nd down. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. Well, I hope everybody was lightning quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat, because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get the 3rd quarter underway. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Turpin with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the 3rd quarter. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their 2nd drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Stopped by Deion Henley.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to throw. Pass complete to Walker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Walker running right. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. And pass is tipped, and they'll get to it for the interception. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Looking to his fullback now. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty.
Encroachment. Defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Running it after the penalty. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. The tackle made by Ernest Jones. They only get 1, so it's going to be 2nd and 4 coming up.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down carry for Algier. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That one gains 7. And the Chargers will have a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Johnston brings it in. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw as you're about to get smacked.
On the option, it's Algier. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. And the Seahawks adding an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He brings it in. And he'll pick up enough.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Catch is made in close. It's an LA touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chargers push their lead to 18. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Turpin with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He puts everything behind this one. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Airing it out to start this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here,
offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He's running for it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Here's Algier on first down. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 17. Completed here to Algier. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Complete to Algier.
Trying to run in. Algier takes it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Dicker tacks on the extra points. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here comes Austin. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying with Walker. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the 1st game of the season. Training staff out to work on it. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Seahawks trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They give up the gut to Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Running with Walker again. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's 2nd and goal. Walker can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. They'll try to run it with Walker. And this won't affect the outcome, but a positive note to end it as he scores as time expires. The Seahawks putting up points in a game decided. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. They can make the loss 1 point closer at least. And it's up and good, and they'll get one last tally in the final act of this ball game. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And they're one of the